Welcome, friends, to the Wordcloud Tarot Show. Today is the 17th of May, 2021, and this week Elon Musk has been warring against Bitcoin. He's been doing. He said that his Tesla company would accept them for his cars, and then he's changed his mind. He's about-faced and said, no, it's too dirty. We're not selling our Bitcoin until someone can make it clean. He thinks it's burning too much energy. So we're going to do a tarot reading to figure out what the hell is Elon thinking. We'll be using my Wordcloud tarot deck. This is the deck that I designed myself. It's the easiest deck to use in all of tarotdom. As you can see, the meanings of the cards are written on the card itself. This one here is the 18th trump card. It's called Moon. It's about subconscious ambiguity and deception and treachery and trickery. But what will the cards tell us about today? Now, as we know, Elon Musk was accepting Bitcoin for his Teslas, but in a new announcement this week, he said they're no longer going to do that until Bitcoin can become cleaner. Instead, he says he's been talking to the Doge devs and asking them to make their blocks bigger, even though we had a block size war in Bitcoin already and the big blockers lost. Their chain is worth less than 1% of the Bitcoin chain. So what is Elon thinking? To find out, we're going to do a 5-cross reading. Now, a 5-cross reading has cards for the past and the present and hidden influences and external influences and an outcome. The first of these cards is the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is called Swiftness, and it's about acceleration and careers and candor, frankness, networking. The card representing hidden influences is next. We'll turn that over. That's the 12th trump card. The 12th trump card is the Hanged Man, which is about nonchalance and catastrophe and patterns. The external influence card is the 16th trump. The 16th trump is known as the Tower, and that's about incidents of upheaval and catastrophe. The card representing the present moment is the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords is known as interference, and here we see that the one alien is interfering with the other alien. It's about unavoidableness and confinement and hard luck. The final card for today is the outcome card, which is going to be the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is all about cruelty, and as we can see, a little alien there's being cruel to a little puppy who is helpless. The card's about debilitating alcoholism and bipolar self-harm. But what do all these cards mean together as a whole reading? That's the question. They don't mean just things individually. They mean things in their position. They tell a story. So what is the story? What is the summary? So this card, the past card, represents Elon's general attitude towards business. He's likes to do it fast and immediately. He's concentrating on changing the world, on manifesting new partnerships and new networking and new businesses. He's very much focused on making the world change, but he has tied himself to his shareholders, represented here by the Hanged Man, the hidden influences. The shareholders, they abhor what's going on, and their perceptions are of disinterest, and they want him to renounce Bitcoin. Other influences on him are also external influences, here represented by the Tower. Now the Tower represents the markets here, the creditors and the debt and the redundancy and the old fiat system, which is due for downfall and bankruptcy. That has interfered with Elon's plan of being honest and giving his candor. Instead, we get the interference when he's forced illogically and unavoidably to confine himself, given bad luck to the markets, and given the impediments upon him, he had to release the statement by Tesla saying that they're no longer accepting Bitcoin. And this, of course, caused the markets to tank. It was debilitating. It caused panic and nervousness in the market. It caused self-harm from his treachery and grief as the price dropped. So that's what the cards are telling us today. They're telling us that Elon himself may not have deliberately made these choices, that his war on Bitcoin may have been forced interference from his shareholders and from the fiat banking system. So if you agree with that, or if you would like to try and do your own reading, you can go to wordcloudtarot.com and get some cards like these. Now, these cards, as I say, are the easiest cards to read in the whole of Tarotdom. Just look at them and you can see the meanings of the card that are written on the card. Look, here's the creditors that the tarot talked about. Here's the redundancy that the stock market caused. Here's the catastrophe of fiat currency. All of the meanings are written in plain English on the cards, and you can have a deck for yourself if you visit wordcloudtarot.com. If you refuse to do that, then maybe you'll subscribe to Wordcloud Tarot on Twitter, or visit the website and pick a look at some old readings that we've done, or maybe even just come and watch us next week, when of course I will be back to do another reading. Have a lovely week, everybody.